Hi everyone, this is Miss Wendy. So I'm really waiting and looking forward to your Q&A. We are T minus like less than around 10 days to our UEC. I am here rooting for you, wishing you guys all the very best. So if you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to ask or direct it to ot.english so that I can answer you personally over there. Now, I was thinking to myself, what other things I could do to help our students prepare for the examinations. Once again, I have already prepared some trials. So if you guys are interested in any of the trials that I have prepared, please text me so that I can share with you some trials in hopes that it can help you prepare better for the exam. But in the meantime, I would also like to share how teachers in the general grade for UEC. So this is me trying to share with you what are some ways we actually grade students. Okay, so let's have a look here. All right, you should be able to see my screen. Now, this is on the first one. Many students struggle to apply what they learn in school into practice in real life. So first, always look at the question. We are talking about the issue of application, how to apply what they learn. Okay, so if you talk about anything other than what you're supposed to learn in school, if you talk about, say, piano lessons, say swimming lessons, say karate lessons, all of these are not something that is compulsory in school. If you write about those, then I'm so sorry, 你很可能离题了. You may be partially out or totally out. So always write something that is very relevant to what you learn, something compulsory what you learn in school. And we are talking about practice in real life. We are not talking about whether or not it makes money. Okay, we are not talking about whether or not 这些东西呢can bring you fame, fortune. So 我们要讲的是学习的东西有没有实践，有没有实际使用在现实生活。So what is a normal essay and what's a good essay? Let's have a look. So 你看啊，这一句它差不多抄题目。Many students are facing difficulty to use. Okay, so you can see here, this is a grammar. Okay, grammar error. Facing difficulty in using what they learn in school in real life. So that would be, you would lose marks here in your language. Okay, then basically 这个学生也是抄题目。Okay, almost copying the topic, which is not something that I would strongly recommend. Give us some trends, give us some hook, so that when I read your essay, oh, I know a little bit more. This problem is very common and got a few reasons. You see, 这个 got is not is translated 有一些原因 but you should change this to there are a few reasons. Okay, why it happened like this. Okay, this is not why it is so. That would be a better one. So, are there any thesis statement? 有没有原因 Yeah, 有没有回答到问题 Maybe yes. Okay, I see that you say a few reasons, but 你没有讲 what are the reasons. So here, I would say you do have a thesis statement. Okay, 我们会在后面写这样子的 mark, but 它是一个 weak 或者是 general thesis statement, which means this thing 等于你的，因为我们是 COL 这样子来改嘛 ，organization 4分或到扣 ，OK， organization 会从4分到扣 ，so I cannot give you more than 4 already. Let's mark on. Firstly, the subjects teach in each school. So 这一个 another grammar error. It should be the subjects taught in school are to theory. Maybe 它要表达是 theoretical. Okay, so 几乎每一句都有 grammar error 的话呢，那你的 language 我会先降 grade 了。Okay, maybe the language is around like 6 and below already. Okay, let's continue reading. Students are learning a lot of facts, formula, and then you see here not balance. 这边有 s， 这边它没有 plural and information, but they don't. Now 在统考 please do not use shortened words. 我建议你用 do not, okay? 不要用 shortened words. Don't know how to use it outside the class, okay? 这个 student 不错，他还有给 example. For example, in math, 这一个应该要大写. So, almost every sentence 它都有一个 minor grammar error, you know. So it's very hard for me to give very high marks. Students learn how to count equation. Okay, I don't know how to count equation. Equation 是工程式，你要怎样算工程式呢？So this one is a little bit vague, but do not know how to use it when they need to manage their own money or make financial decisions. Okay, 这一个 very good and very fair, very obvious 的一个 example。它要表达是我们使用工程式，但是我们不懂得怎样来 manage 我们的 money 或者是 make financial decision. So I would say this one is a very clear point for me. I would give maybe 1 point here. How do you get higher marks for content 你的内容怎么拿高分呢？这边你看你已经写了它的这个 theoretical， 对不对？这个是你的 main 的那个 content， 但你解释为什么它 theoretical， 它不懂得如何做这一些东西 ，which means 这个东西整个是解释一个 point， you will only get 1 mark. Okay, I will show you how you can get higher marks, but let's read on for this one first. Another reason is because school is too focused on exam. Okay, this is a grammar error here. This is too focused on exams. Okay, and I don't like students starting. Another reason is maybe 你可以 add 一些 transitional words like besides moreover other than that 这样子的字 would be more recommended. Now students are memorizing answer. Okay, 这个他解释考试为什么它是太填鸭式 ，OK？ 他们背答案 good， 学生可以用这个字这个 vocab it's considered pretty good. 你看 memorizing 是算是一个不错的 ，but make sure 你不要 spell 错啦。The answers just to get high marks, but they problem don't really understand the topic properly. 可能有一些同学就会问我，老师上面这边呢，它的 don't 呢，它写缩写这边又写缩写，它会扣3分这样子是吗？ I wouldn't say 它这样子会扣3分 ，but if 你的这一个 error 一直 repeat 的话呢 ，generally 我们会把那个 language bring down again. Yeah? So they don't really understand the topic properly. Then after the exam is finished, okay, another grammar mistake here. Maybe after when they are done with the exam, okay, they already forget, okay, 这个也是翻译型already forget 很 translated, you know, so 已经忘记他们学了什么 so they cannot use it in real life. Very clear point, yeah, talking about examination based. So I will give 1 mark over here, yeah. So you should try to give sub points. 尽量的一个内容里面你要给2个比较小一点点的那个内容 ，OK， 它很 focus on exam。Maybe 一边他们只是背答案 ，maybe 另外一边他们只是用technique，或者是他们只会作答技巧，不会把那一些知识运用在现实生活 ，Yeah。So maybe you have to explain a little bit more than just saying 他们这样子 high mark, okay. Also, sometimes students don't see the connection between subjects and their own life. They don't know why learning history is important for their future, okay? So they lose interest and don't try to apply what they learn. Okay, so this one, some grammar errors here and there, not really obvious. But I would say in general, this one also give another very clear point because they don't know the connection. This one is the point that I get, okay? So here also you did write something, but it's not really something that's in depth. 你要谈论一个课题，你要深层一点的谈论，你才可以拿高一点的分数。Next, in conclusion, okay, you end with in conclusion, that's a good thing. Schools should make the learning more practical, and students should be encouraged, okay, another grammar mistake here, to use their knowledge in everyday life. Over here, I would say, 它缺乏了一个 restatement, okay, I probably put it in blue. We want to see restatement, 就是你重新讲一下前面你的 point 是什么 okay? So students should be encouraged to use their knowledge like this. This is also very grammatical, like 这个是很 translated 啦。 what they learn in school will be more useful for them in real life. Okay, so I would say, yeah, 它有一个 calls to action, maybe a 1 mark conclusion. So if I were to put everything in COL 内容总共是15分 ，organization 总共是8分 ，language 总共是12分，所以15分的这一个 content 我算一下，我们一个一个算哦。Okay, maybe 这个 vague，maybe 它有 answer 到 topic，maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maximum. Sometimes I might even give 4 因为这个是 vague，but I think this one is pretty well explained. I'll give 5. Content wise 很 obvious 的，它是你有写到什么内容，那我们就给什么内容的分数 ，that easy， 呀、yeah? 所以这一边看到一个内容，我们算1分，看到一个内容算1分。And you can see， 我们看 organization 啊，这边的 organization 呢，已经是减低啊4分以下。我们没有看到 concluding sentence， 就是这边并没有写一些小总结的字 ，OK？ 这边有 so 可以，这边有 so 可以，这两个有mini conclusion， 但是这一个第一段这边就没有 mini conclusion，then 它的 transition 不是很好 ，see？ And 这边也没有 thesis statement，so I would say the maximum marks I can give 3分。Next, if I want to talk about language， 我们看看啊，这边的 language 已经是 below 6分了。It's around average. I would give 4 or 5. Yeah, usually 6分是中间，因为它的满分是12分嘛。If 你用一些不错的 vocab like this student 他用了这个 memorizing 这个 vocab 哦，可以加一点分。However， 每一句它都差不多有一个 grammar error， 然后他用一些 translation， probably around of 5 or 6. And then of course 这一个 essay 没有到字数 ，you can tell pretty obviously， 他没有写到350个字。So the maximum marks I think the student will get is around this marks, and I think it is fair for 这样的一个长度，这样的一个分数，他有尽量的表达到。Some teachers may not agree 100%。不同的老师呢，他们的 period 不大一样。But as long as 2个老师他们的分数没有超过3分 ，then it's okay， 我们都可以接受。So 你的 range 要是看一些比较严厉的老师，可能是10分，可能我是13分，可能一些比较松的老师啊，这个也可以给分啊，那个也可以给分啊，可能可以上到14或15分。I would say 14啦，14 maximum 嘛，不可能再上了。So 这个 essay 的 range 就是 around 这几个 range，10, 14 like that. Yeah. So this is a normal essay. 14 in UEC maybe around a B6, B5 这样子的那个水准。Now let's have a look at one more essay so that you can get a clearer understanding. Okay. Same topic. Talking about 我们的这一个 real life situation, what are the issues? 为什么学生不能把他们学到的东西 apply 进去 ？Let's read on. Many students experience difficulty when it comes to applying what they learn in school to real life situations. Okay, this sentence not a lot of huge issue. While education is designed to prepare students for the future, there is often a disconnect between theoretical knowledge gained in the classroom and practical skills needed in everyday life. So 我读到了这边 in general 没有很大的那一个 grammar mistake. Usually 我们在批阅没有很大的 grammar mistake， 我们都没有什么 underline 啊 because we want to give accurate marks 啊，我们没有划线整个 paper 的哈。The inability to bridge this gap is largely due to， 那你看到学生可以用这样子的字哈 ，inability bridge this gap largely due to overly theoretical nature of school subjects, the focus on exam performance, and the lack of emphasis on real-world application. Okay, 这边 very very clear， 他有写到他的原因，他的 reason 在这边。Okay， 所以 I see reasons here， 而且他全部列明得很清楚。This one is already a thesis statement. To resolve, both education system and students need to make adjustment to ensure knowledge. Okay， 这边他写到了 solutions。 所以 this is a very clear thesis statement. However, 我会给这个学生的小建议就是 maybe 不要把两个 thesis statement 分开，应该要把 thesis statement 写在一起 which means 它的原因还有它的解决方案都要写成一个句子 if can 啦 if can 你们可以 refer to 董总的那些 textbooks 他给的一些 sample essays 你会发现到他的 thesis statement 都是在一个句子里面的 so maybe wow okay the solutions may involve okay then 这个就不要咯both the education system and students making adjustments 等等这样子的一个句子 okay it's not wrong to have 2 sentences as a thesis statement but I encourage you to have maybe 1 sentence okay let's read on firstly school subjects tend to be too focused on theory which limits students' ability to apply them in practical contexts这边我看到一些不错的生词 context tend to okay I think 这个学生呢这样子的 language 来看呢他已经是超过 maybe 8他已经可以从8那边起跳啊 okay 我们再 read on 啊 In many schools students are taught abstract concepts and that have little immediate relevance to their daily lives. So, similarly, 这个学生可以用这种 abstract concepts, little immediate relevance 这样的东西。Then 给了一个句子，给了一个例子。For instance, while students are taught complex mathematical formulas and theories in physics, so minor grammar error here, yeah, 要大写啦。Oh, I should use the red. They are rarely shown how these concepts can be used in real-life situations, such as calculating taxes and understanding mechanics. So, I like this example really much because 它是一个 example that can be generalized. Like what I previously mentioned, 你要给例子的话呢，不要给那种阿丽啊，阿丽 learn mathematics in school, 阿丽 learn formulas and theories, but 阿丽 cannot, 你不要用这种个人的例子 and also 不要用那种in my school, the students have to learn about mathematical formulas such as 减 b 加减 b square 减 4ac or something like that. No, don't put in what your school or your context is like because we want something that can be generalized. 它可以通用，全部人都有面对这样的问题 ，yeah. Then 它的连接很不错。This lack of practical connection leaves students unsure. 所以 first 他讲的东西是他们的concept 不 relevant. Then 学生 unsure how to translate. 所以我觉得 there are 2 things. 一个是没有关系，另外一个是学生不懂怎么运用。一个是他自己本身没有关系，另外一个是学生也不懂得怎样运用。Therefore, school should consider revising the curricula. OK, 这边他是直接给一个solution. My suggestion for 你们的这一个 writing 来讲啦哈，要是他问的是 reason， 全部写 reason， 这个放在 conclusion， 不要放在你的 reason， 分开写 OK。So yes, I would still give 2 marks for this because there are 2 very clear points that I can see. But I would reduce the marks for organization. 因为我觉得这个学生把那一个 conclusion 写上来的 organization, maybe 可能他是最高我看过8啦 ，let's say 7，我会从7那边倒扣了。OK， 我会从7那边倒扣了。Secondly, the intense focus on exam results prevents students from engaging deeply with the material. OK, 好，这个是 focus on exam 啦。So in many educational systems, including in Malaysia, students are encouraged to memorize information. 那可能有些人会问我，老师啊，我要用 ISE 还是 IZE 好 ？If 你上面用 ISE， 你全部就用 ISE；If 你上面用 IZE， 你全部就用 IZE。As a general rule of thumb, 我建议你用 ISE 的 UK spelling better. OK? UK spelling generally people can accept. 而且你也不会面对什么大问题 with the markers. Okay? The exam markers. So, as a result, 可能一些学生他 excel academically, but 没有那个能力 to think critically or creatively apply the knowledge. Very well explained, 而且他给我看到他的那个 flow. 首先是这样 then as a result 就这样。你用这些 linkers 呢，让我看的时候比较清楚。So here I will give 1 mark. Next, the emphasis on rote learning. Okay, you can use this word. This is really good. Rote learning 呢，就是一直 repeat 的这种。Rote 就是 like repeat 的意思。Okay? Discourages the development of problem-solving skills, which are essential in real life. 所以你又在讲了多一个内容。Okay, so I will give 1 mark for this. However, 这个学生犯同样的错 to overcome this. 这一个 I would say 你可以放在 conclusion better.Okay? So, 这个学生 probably 还有一些 issues with organization. Okay? So, let's go on. Furthermore, many students struggle to see how school subjects connect to their future goals or personal interests. Okay, if 你可以这样子写，就是说how they connect to 这是第一个，这是第二个，那我已经很 ready 要给你2分了。我已经知道可能你第一个你会先 talk about future goal， 但第二个你会 talk about personal interest. So if you can structure your topic sentence this way, yeah， 就是给人家知道 ，OK， 我会谈论他们的 disconnect， 然后你会谈论 in terms of future goals， 你也会谈论 in terms of personal interest。那你已经讲好 ，OK， 我会用这2种方式谈论，老师给你1段2分的机会就很高了 ，OK。So when students do not understand the relevance they are learning, 他们变成 disengage, very beautiful word. Disengage 就是他们不 connect 啦 fail to see the importance. 所以好像 history 啊 science 啊，你会感觉很重要，但是呢，你会觉得很有距离 distant and unrelated to their future career and everyday need. For instance, 可能一个 student might question the value of learning. Then 这一边呢是 more of 他们的personal interest because 他们不懂为什么要学习嘛 But I would say this is a little bit vague. 我在等着他的这个 personal interest, but it's not very evident to be honest. 他没有讲到how 他们自己的那个兴趣 is addressed in this situation. So probably I may give 1 or 2 depending on 这个整体的 writing. Then similarly, teachers should work on making the subject apa. Ini tak mau. Okay, move to conclusion. But if 你真的这样子写 if you're writing using the block method 一个是cannot remember, there are 2 types of methods, right? If you're using this method, can, but I would say either move to the conclusion or like the 4th body. 可以看这个同学写几段 1, 2, 3, 4 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 我建议他开 either conclusion 或者是 body form. OK? 因为呢，他只有写5段，所以我不是很鼓励你们写only 5 paragraph 啦。So try your best to write like 6 paragraphs. Okay? So, teachers will work. Okay. 这一个 I would say either should be in conclusion or body number 4. If 他的题目要求你要写这一个 solution. So in conclusion, okay? 好。他这一个他的那个 restatement 呢，他也没有写到很明显。Okay, the restatement is not that obvious. So I would say the restatement maybe will reduce the organization. Organization maybe I think right now is around 5. Okay, maybe 5 and below. I should write it in blue. So, 他说 disconnect is a challenge that requires attention. 又在重复一些方法 schools 又要怎样 you know, like here talking about schools. Then focusing less 又可以怎样 making subjects more relevant. It is time for educational reforms to ensure that students leave the school not only with knowledge but also with the ability to apply it meaningfully to the world around them. Good. Okay, in general the language for this one is pretty good. Let's check. Okay, 1. Okay, well, that's one for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would say this is a 6 or a 7. Okay, so maybe here I will give a 6. Some teachers will give it a 7. So over here I write here lah, so it's easier. COL So maybe I'm leaning towards a 7. Organization 它已经有它的 thesis statement, but it's not clear enough, so I'll give it a 5. Then 它的 language is pretty good. I think it's 8, but let's see. Minor grammar mistake, almost 0 to none. So maybe I can give it an 8 or 9. 甚至这个 I think can get 9 because of the vocab that this student use. Okay, so you can see obviously this student's problem is with the content and the organization. Content 你们可以写 as much as you can, write up to like 10 content 都 OK 的 yeah. So if I were to count this one, I would say 9. Okay, this is 16, 21 out of 35. 这一个学生呢 if the student can write 6 paragraphs, 他的分数会 improve. Okay, 6段。Then if the students can also write a little bit more on, be a little bit careful with the organization. 不要全部杂乱 you know, 因为 some relevant, some not really relevant, then I think this student can get a better mark. Okay, so we can have a look at one more. I think I prepared one more, but this one is not really a very full essay. Can see that it's very short, and let's have a look. Artificial intelligence and the job market. AI is a technology that is growing very fast. Obviously 你看这边已经是它的那个language is not as good as the previous one. Many people wonder how it will affect the job market. AI is already being used in many industries, and it is changing the way people work. In this essay, okay, 除非他问你 how would you explain. 要是他没有问你 how would you explain, I wouldn't encourage you to use I. How AI is expected to transform the job market and how people can prepare for these changes. Okay, so let's check for this statement. 他只是讲他会做how and how people can use, how AI is transformed and how people can use. So this is a general or weak thesis statement, which means your organization can only maximum go up to 4, around 4 罢了 yeah. So firstly, AI can do many tasks that were once done by humans. Okay, for example, in factories, robots can build cars or pack products. Okay, be very careful. 当你讲到 AI, then 你也讲到 robot not all AIs are robots. Like I repeat again, not all AIs are robots. This one I would say is a bit vague. 不是全部的 robot 都使用 AI 的So if 你这样子谈论this is one of the common issues that were faced by my students in school as well. 当他们谈论 about AI, then 他就自动把全部的 robot 归纳在 AI 里面。But understand that not all robots have AI function. So be very careful if you want to write it this way. This means that few workers are needed, and as a result, some people might lose their job because machines can work faster and more accurately. Okay, this is like how AI is transforming the job market. So I agree, this one can be a mark, but I think the tasks and people losing job, this one can be relevant, but I don't think this is a good enough topic sentence. 因为你的 topic sentence 一边你是讲 AI 取代人类， then 另外一边你又讲sorry, not this one. 另外一边你又讲人类失去工作，我建议你有一个 standardized 的 topic sentence 比较好 okay? Standardized topic sentence. So if 你要讲 unemployment, 你就上面就写 unemployment, 下面再 repeat about unemployment. Okay? 而且这一个他们叫做technical unemployment, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, all senior 2 textbook talks about it. So be very consistent with the words that you use. Number 2, however, AI can also create new jobs. Okay, 这个是 opportunities. As machines take over simple tasks, humans will need to do more complex work. For example, people will need to learn how to program AI system or fix a machine when they break down. Okay, this is a little bit vague. So yeah, I would still give it a point, but 在可能有一些人就问我老师啊，我在它的好处啊讲说它会赚钱，坏处又讲它会浪费钱，可以吗？Like say for example， 我们 talk about electric vehicle 哦，它的好处是它可以帮助你省钱，但是它的坏处是它会花你更多钱，可以的吗？In general, we accept, depending on how you argue the whole thing. Yeah, so you have to write it in a way that's very clear. 好处是帮你省钱 ，can， 然后坏处是可能坏的时候会让你花更多钱 ，no problem. Be very careful of how you argue. Yeah， 它不会涨价的，它不会相撞的。Okay, so AI can also help businesses grow faster. So this could lead to more jobs in other areas. Okay, so I think here there are two main points. One is about 人类可以 do more complex work. So this is one point here. The other one, I think, is more about how AI can help businesses grow. Okay, so I think these two are under opportunities, but it will be better if this student can explain this part more, explain more. Okay, so that 他可以帮助this whole paragraph to get the 2 very solid marks. Okay? In conclusion, 哎呀，这么短哦 so fast we come to conclusion already. AI is changing the job market and some jobs may disappear, new opportunities may also be created. People must be ready to learn new skills to work alongside AI. The future of job will be different, but it can also be exciting. A very short way to end the whole thing. Yeah, let's have a look at the marks here. COL. Let's count. Got 1, maybe 1 week thesis statement. 2, 3, 4. So you can see obviously this student is facing problem with very low content. Maybe this one, 因为它没有 calls to action I don't really want to give marks also lah. So you must say who can do what to help this situation. Now, organization wise, this is a weak thesis statement. I don't see very clear thesis here. So maybe I think I will give it around 4. Language wise, not huge. Okay, language 可能你们有一些同学讲老师他都没有什么大问题嘛，他可能 vocab 有一些人用不是很对这样子。So yeah, even though 没有什么大问题 but you didn't display, you didn't show me how your language is really really good. 好像刚才的那位学生他就 show me, okay 我的 language 可以上到9分。But 这一个他用很 simple 的 words. With simple words, language I cannot go very high as well. Even if 你没有什么 grammar error. So I think this one can be around a 7. And understand that I cannot give 8, 9 because this student did not write up to the word count as well. So with that being said, this one I think is 15 mark out of 35. Okay, it is still a pretty decent mark. Looking at how this essay was written, it can benefit by having more content and then be more careful with your organization. Okay, so of course, like what I previously mentioned, maybe the range can range around like 12, then maybe to 15. Maybe I don't think this is maybe this can go up to 16 or 17, but I don't think it's a 17 piece. Maybe it is, yeah, okay, around there. As compared to this one, I would say this one maybe is a 20, all the way I gave 21, right? I think it can go all the way up to maybe, this one is actually pretty well written now. It can go all the way up to maybe a 23. I would say that's the range, yeah? So in general, I hope that by sharing with you how I usually do all of this, I'm so sorry with the notification, but by sharing with you how I do this essay markings, it can really solidify some insights as to how we usually grade. Okay, so 我们在真正的批阅我们不会画这样多线我们不会写这样仔细的一些资料but understand that this is basically what we are looking for. 一，我们会看你的 thesis statement， 那个 thesis statement 会给你 O 的分数。二，我们会看你的 content， 你的每一个 content 呢，它都会给你的 C 的分数。Then 我们会看你的 grammar error， 你的每一个 grammar error 呢，它的那个 L 那边都会被影响啦。So with that being said, I want to summarize this session by saying that, well, even though some might say that, 哎呀，我的 grammar 很不好哦，我写的时候每次都有面对很多 problem 的 ，but it's okay. Just try your best to write and then hit 你的 C。你的 content 越高呢，它会帮助你 score。And then 你的 organization 不要错 ，format 不要错。Okay? So I hope that all of this will help you to gain a better insight, and I hope that everything is smooth sailing in your UEC. Okay? And imagine that in a few weeks you'll be free. Enjoy the remaining years, enjoy the remaining days as being a senior 3 student in 一个读中. Have fun. Bye bye. Take care.